guys, Alexander the Gamer here, and today we're playing some Total War Attila. No, not the Lockmids Let's Play, and if you've watched any other Let's Plays or have seen any Total War news recently, Total War Attila has received a new DLC campaign. This is Charlemagne campaign. I should probably be showing this. Age of Charlemagne. This is the first DLC campaign I've gotten, I guess since Shogun 2, so I guess it's not that bad. Okay, so we have, 8 new factions here. So what I'm going to go through is I'm going to say the name of all the factions, and I'm going to talk about them a little bit here, and look at the map, and look at the difficulty, and whatnot, blah blah blah. Unfortunately, I can't check out their units in custom battle for some reason. I do not know. Go away. Of course. Go away. Thank you. Okay, so we'll start with the Kingdom of Charlemagne, which is the Carolingian dynasty. Oh, I am so sorry for my pronunciation. Pretty much this is like 768 AD. So I don't know what year does the normal Grand Campaign start in? 395. First off, that's new. White Huns. Okay. Oh, pretty much it gives it so that the both the Western Romans and the Sassanids get it. Okay, so anyway, it starts in 395, probably ends in about, at the end, like 500 AD. So this is about 260 odd years later. If I remember, Charlemagne is king of the Franks. He has fought both friend and foe alike to make that so the kingdom has inherited on the cusp of greatness is due to the work of his forebears. Okay. So pretty much this Carolingian family has come to power in Francia, and they have taken over, well, you got like the Low Countries, Belgium and the Netherlands here. My geography here is going to be a little messed up. I'm pretty sure it comes over here a little bit more, but whatever. Then they've got Normandy and such here. I don't know this region of France. I know this is part of Brittany. I don't know what this is here. And you got like this little bit that's coming over here into Germany. Right? Because that's the Swiss Alps. These are the Alps here. That should be like... this area here would be like Aslak, Lorraine. Okay, whatever. So, the Franks, Charlemagne is the king of the Franks, and they have this empire here. If I remember my history right, his father had died and he had split the Frankish kingdom in half. So like from the Alps to the Spanish mountains, and like under all this is his brother's empire. I don't know if that's part of the game, but I'm pretty sure that's how it went down in history. Moving on. So they're Christianity, which I don't know how that's going to be in this game, but I know in normal, Christianity is a crummy religion because well, it doesn't give you any real nice bonus, and it also costs a lot of money to build the chapels and everything everywhere, and not for much of a bonus. So we'll come down here and look at their faction trait. The sword and the cross. If you wish to be great, lead from the front, never flinch. Interesting. Royal splendor plus 100% to general's radius of influence. I never find that general's influence radius is really important, but whatever. Minus 100% integrity penalty from casualties suffered. I never have a problem with integrity either, so none of these are really useful for me. Come over here. Difficulty is hard. Yeah, it's a long, snaky empire. I can definitely see why. Going to the next one, Kingdom of Asturias. This is kind of like your Portugal. It's like got the northern part of Portugal here. Well, actually, no, this would be, Galicia? Yeah, this would be Galicia. Portugal is more down here. More like that. Whatever. So you got Asturias here. They're Christian. So there's, as far as I can understand from this, is that there's a couple of Christian holdouts, kingdoms in this area, the remnants of the Visigoths, who are Gothic people, blah blah blah, from the other game, who came over here and settled Spain. And yeah, the Muslims came in through North Africa and invaded and took over most of Spain. They pretty much control all of the Spanish peninsula, and they're trying to do the Reconquista to take Spain back. Okay. Light it up and burn it down. Survival over everything. So they have a 50% ambush chance, which could be interesting, but I never use ambushes very much, and can raise and abandon settlements. So I guess most factions, or all factions, are unable to raise and abandon their settlements. Okay. So first off, I feel like these guys are going to be more like heavy cavalry based, some like elite foot troops, made out and bulked up with a lot of crummier troops, kind of in a French style of fighting. Kingdom Asturias, I feel like they're going to be a lot more of a guerrilla style with some heavy foot knights and such, with javelin men as their prevalent missile troop. Moving on to the Avars. The Avars. Once again, displaced, invading. Okay. Okay, so they came out of the Ruran Khanate. And they're pretty much trying to like follow in the footsteps of their forebears, trying to invade Rome. Yeah. Blah blah blah, they're horsemen. Fun stuff. To ride man and steed must be one no easy task. Battle experience gain rate plus 5% cavalry units. That's okay, I guess. No post-battle casualties for cavalry units which have routed or withdrawn from battle, which is really good. Because this is where it really sucks, because cavalry get annihilated in auto-resolves and in post-battle stuff like this. So they're going to be a very horse archer-based build, I feel. Normal difficulty. I meant to say these guys are easy. It was kind of weird with them having so little land being easy, but whatever. The Emirate of Cordoba. So the Umayyad dynasty, I guess, is the dynasty that came in here, and it's fractured. So you have the Emirate of Cordoba, which controls the bulk of Spain. Here is a break off of the Umayyads, which have fallen in the east and like control North Africa, and they have broken off. Okay. A great heir to the caliphate. A great legacy must always be fulfilled. Plus, or negative 35% religious unrest, which is pretty useful considering they're in Spain, and we all know how Catholic and Christian Spain is. Not trying to be an insult there, but we know they're very religious there. Spanish Inquisition. Enough said. Income plus 500 from the formation of tributary states. Does that mean you get like plus 500 income from each tributary state? Or you just get $500 for forming a tributary state? I don't know, we'll see. And then they get a 20% research buff. That research buff is really nice, and that income buff could be quite nice, and that's quite nice. I feel like these guys are going to be kind of like crappy units supported by some decent horsemen with some missile troops. Oh, they're also Islam. I forgot to say the Avars are Tigrinism, and they're normal. The Emirate of Cordoba is normal. Kingdom of the Danes, of course, these guys are pagans. And they're going to be very heavily based on melee troops and berserkers and such. Viking raiders, fire and war is all some men know, and so it becomes them. Immune to seasickness, immune to high seas attrition, income plus 75% from sacking and looting raiding. So they pretty much play like the Viking factions in normal Attila. They go over places, raid, take the money, and they don't take attrition in the sea and stuff, and they're very good at raiding via sea. Okay, so pretty much these guys are really cheesed because Charlemagne besieged them somehow. The Christians don't like them because they're pagans, and because it's really cold in Denmark right now, they're having some troubles. Now, I don't know if this means like... yeah, okay, so that's just reference points, so you don't actually get this, which I feel like it would make sense for you to be able to set up, to have like Copenhagen. That'd be kind of cool, but whatever. They're hard, understandably. Kingdom of the Lombards. Pretty much the Lombards were allied with the Charlemagnians, the Franks. And they fought in a number, I think so. Around the suns and freezing weather, they realized too. Yeah, so the Lombards normally come from northern Germany, and I guess they've taken up this area here. I'm seeing a weird part right there of their empire, but whatever. Austro-Gallic territory, Pavia in 572. New era. They're Christian. Okay, cool. Civil unrest. Okay. They go bolder with backing from the ever-hungry Franks. However, the Lombards have endured for centuries. Okay, sorry, no, sorry, the Lombards aren't allied with the Franks. I guess the Franks are kind of like at tense with them because the Franks are supporting the Papal States to the south, which they don't like. Great rulers all must bow their heads to the rightful king. Income plus 200% tribute from puppet states. That's a lot of potential money. Tribute puppet states levy plus 3 types of each type of unit, so they want lots of puppet states and they want to be recruiting from them. They're normal difficulty. Kingdom of Mercia. That is a nice helmet guy. Ofa have nice hat. He's Christian. England, Mercia extends to each corner, blah, blah, blah. They're Saxons, so this is pretty much the Saxon kingdom, or at least part of it. Although their line has been plagued by destiny, blah, 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 blah. Alpha is king expected by powerful Franks and rightfully fed by the Englishmen. Okay. So you're pretty much the Saxon expedition into Britain. There's no Saxon nation, but you're like the Saxons in Britain. That's a weird hand color right there. That's like a normal color for a hand, but it's like darker than that hand, and it's much darker than his face. This doesn't fit in. Unless he was like standing there with his one arm out, tanning. Spoils of war, we shall inherit the wealth of our ancestors. Emancipators, doubled unit replenishment when taking on defeated troops post-battle. Oh, that could be quite useful. Very useful, because that's like what you normally do. At the end of the battle, you take on recruits. Extra income for every enemy unit destroyed. That's interesting. They're easy, and they're Christian. Interesting. That's a very interesting start. And then Westphalia. Saxons. Oh, this is the European Saxons. Never mind, there are European Saxons. They're pagans. Woodekund. That's a spiky helmet. I can see ramming into people with that. They're kind of at odds with the... There's not much in here. They don't really like the Saxons in Britain, and they don't really like the Franks. War fervor. Fervor. If war is what the people want, then that's what they'll get. Integrity plus 4 when raiding. Income plus 100% when sacking and looting. Raiding. Okay. That's not really interesting. And they're hard. Considering I didn't even go over what everyone... Contains heavy infantry. Lombards are probably going to be like javelin crossbow based with some medium infantry and spears. Mercia, I have no idea what they're going to be. Westphalia is probably going to be very infantry based. I'm going to play as the Kingdom of Mercia on hard. Settings, battle time limit, 40 minutes. Advisor help none. Enjoy player moves. Yeah. Accept. Victory conditions. Reach Imperial level 5. Reach Imperial level 7. Control 110 settlements either by direct ownership. Okay, so we're just going to reach Imperial level 7 because we don't want 110 provinces. That'll take a while. Okay, so we're going to start as Mercia. Even though the episode's pretty much over. Whatever we can get in. I'll see you guys on the campaign map. Okay, here comes the intro cutscene.
There have been many kings before you. Many names. Many titles. Men who rose from nothing. Men who risked all that they love to lead by honor and virtue and inspire the common man. Do you think you're different? Somehow chosen. Who gave you the right to rule? It wasn't the people. It wasn't God. It was you.
The Anglo-Saxon lands fall submissive to your rule.
And Charlemagne, we'll read that in a second. Okay. So first off, that was quite interesting. So what I got from that, pretty much, was that Charlemagne's father had died, and it was showing him inheriting the throne, and that he was fighting lots of battles. So he likely is supposed to be going to war with lots of people, the Westphalians, other Franks, Lombards, and such. Yeah. And that, he was talking about what it takes, or who makes you, I don't even know what that last bit was about, but that was quite interesting. It was talking about, like, well, who makes you king? And it's you make yourself king. And that's quite interesting. War weariness information. The sign of a great leader is knowing how far your people can be pushed. Wars are significant dramatic events that should not be undertaken lightly. Each turn you are at war, your faction's war weariness will increase. When it reaches a high enough level, your faction will begin to receive penalties that will increase it as time wears on. Additionally, losing battles will have dramatic effects on war weariness depending on the severity of your defeat. You can, however, seek respite during peacetime, while at peace your war weariness will reduce quickly. Furthermore, signing peace treaties will cause a large one-off reduction. Should war be forced upon you, however, you may slow, halt, or even reverse war weariness levels by winning decisive battles, and as a last resort by withdrawing your men to within your own borders to help slow its increase. Wars must be concluded swiftly and decisively, manage diplomacy carefully, and be aware at times. Okay, so now you can't just be at war at all times. Reach Imperial level 3, new bonus objectives will be awarded. Okay, so where can you check your war weariness? Hello, war weariness. Lichford. Okay, Christianity, 100%. I have nothing about Christianity. Nice. I have the Kingdom of Kent as a tributary, and we're trading with them. We're at war with the Kingdom of Gwynedd and the Kingdom of Powys, which are two Welsh factions. Summary. I would think it'd be in summary. Is it in diplomacy? Premium. Oh, great. We'll go back to that in a second. I wanted to see where you can check your war weariness, you know? I don't know why it would be here. Hold 2 settlements, including the following. Marfal. Okay. Maintain 40 units. Okay. Oh. You get special bonuses for completing these now. 20 turns after you complete them. As well as money. Construct 2 of the buildings minister. Okay. Maintain at least 80%. Okay. Civics, at the end of turn, have an income at least 5,000 talents. Okay. Research. Okay. I have no idea how to check war weariness. That's not good. Oh, we're getting 85 from trade. That is terrible. Okay, let's check the diplomatic situation. Kingdom of Alec. Scots. Great. Kingdom of Alut. I'm guessing you don't want to trade. Oh. Kingdom of Charlemagne. You know, you seem like the kind of guy who wants to trade. No. What's that? Cloth. Okay, Charlemagne, just be nice. Hi. Oh, you would like non-aggression. Trade? No. Okay. Glisvig, Gwynedd, Kent, Leinster, Northumbria, Powys, Uland, Wessex, Picts, and Westphalia. So we have Westphalia, we have the Picts in the north, which are a commanding force in Scotland, being kept in check by Northumbria and Alutkut. We'll want to conquer them eventually. We're here in Mercia, with Kent being our vassal. We'll want to go and fight Wessex, potentially. We'll try and get a trade agreement with them. Nah, okay. Just a little bit more money. And then we'll take the Kingdom of Gliswig, Powys, and Gwynedd out to secure Ireland, and then we can attack Northumbria, and such. Then we have Leinster, Ulaid, and Aelric in Ireland. So okay, so we start off a war with Powys and Gwynedd. We'll want to take them out first. vassal with them. We should try and get trade with these guys. Oh, okay. And then we'll declare war with them when we're done with these guys, and we'll see from there. Let's check our army. Okay, this is our army. New unit card styles. It's kind of interesting. Fried Spearmen. Fried Spearmen are kind of militia. I know that from my readings and research. Every town, city, and such on has to provide X amount of men forming the Fried. Thegans. These are heavy infantry. I don't know what kind of knight, dismount knight something. Fried archers. And horsemen. What can we recruit? We can recruit Fried Spearmen, Fried Axemen, Fried Archers, Fried Slingers, Javelinmen, and Horsemen. Okay. Mercenaries we got. Okay. English Horsemen. Those seem more like Norman Horsemen, but that's besides the point. That's our only army. We have a dignitary. That's our only forces. Okay. Replenishment. Fatigue rate. Nothing in the near future that's really exciting. Public order. Markdal, not really something that's exciting. But yeah, we'll want to get King's Decree first. Our initial monies. Do we want to spend it recruiting troops? We'll want to head up to Chester to defend against this army here. General Cadog. Chester has a small garrison, 3 units, and a ship. Kuhl. It's got a fishing port. That's the max rank of fishing port, apparently. Trade port. And a shipwright. So yeah, we'll want to force mark. Well, apparently it doesn't really matter. Linford here doesn't have much of a garrison. It is this, which allows us to... This is what we'll want. The Eggins. What is this? A church is the Capitol building? A minister? Food consumption, a lot of public order. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of consumption of food. A manor. A manor can also be built. Okay. I'm liking this. A small city can be built. Okay. Or a court. Okay. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. Fields. We can get a farm. We're fine on food. Kent down here. Its land is in Canterbury. London's not our capital. It is Linfield. We have 5,000 and 2,000 per turn. Mercia and London is in Wessex. They have a trade wharf, a market village, and a trading post. They need some sanitation. What's causing them? Oh. You are. Come up here. Let's open up this building slot. Okay, so we have a blacksmith. This is our unit improvement building. We have a surface mine. This provides a decent amount of money for squalor. We have a hostile, public order, recruitment of assassins and spies. Oh, they're going back to the assassin and spy differential. Interesting. Chapel, which is your church, or your religious and public order stuff. Muster hall for your recruitment. Guardhouse for garrisons. A little bit of public order. Fields for food. Watermill is just a buff to agricultural and industrial wealth. Trading post is your commerce. Siege engineer is your engineering. So, how exactly do you get I can see that there's a lot less consumption of negatives, but I'm just trying to see what building you build to get rid of okay, I think in Capital has different buildings available. Okay. Oh, there's an army here. That is not good. Do I head back to Linsford? Try and defend it? Its garrison is rather small. It's a walled settlement. It's got onagers on the wall. Big question is, what kind of money do I want? I have food. Food aplenty. I don't need a muster hall. Hostel, no. A surface mine. I don't need a chapel. Surface mine, a trading post. The end of the line, this will give me 400 income. And the trading post will give me 300. But it'll also give me growth, which I think is rarely good right now. So we'll spend that on that. Get a little bit more income. I think my army needs a little bit more of units. Some axes. Some cavalry. Something like that. And a new army. Do I have anyone else in my faction? My heir here. Ikigirith. Hello, Ikigirith. Ikarikabithabith. Leader. He's a leader. +1 authority. Okay. Ikarikabithagith. What kind of garrison do you have at Lynchford? You have that. Javelins, slingers, or archers. Of course, this is in the same province, so I can't be recruiting in that army. But this army can just hire mercenaries. So the fried units are really cheap. But also hire the Thagans. Let's see if I can see them. What army they kind of army I have. I also have timber to be produced here, so I need a lot of growth. Can't really see much. Welsh archers, levy spearmen, armored spearmen, horsemen. Okay. Well, that'll be all for this episode. I'll see you guys. This is Alexander Gamer, and I hope you have a good day, and I'll hope to see you next time.